Welcome back. The Prime Minister of this country just cast his vote. Amit Shah is scheduled to do in very shortly as the entire state of Gujarat, in which the BJP is hoping to once again get 26 out of 26 as they did last time, goes to polls. It will all be over by the end of the third phase today by 6 p.m. The other big states going to polls today: Kerala, all 20 seats, the rest of Karnataka. By the end of the day today, once again, all of South India will have voted. Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, all those polls would have been closed. What you're watching on your screens is the Prime Minister over the course of the past 1 hour casting his vote. Those people around him is the family of Amit Shah. The little kid in the green is Amit Shah's granddaughter, and that was the Prime Minister there. You see him casting his vote. It was over very, very quickly. Let me quickly introduce our guest this morning joining us in the broadcast as we pick up the larger conversation, as now we are waiting for Amit Shah to go and cast his vote and, of course, tour his constituency. Joining us on the broadcast this morning, I have with us, let's quickly introduce our guests this morning as well, one by one, and as well as our panel. We have 30 reporters on the ground covering this all across the length and breadth of the country, from Kashmir to Karnataka. Joining us on the broadcast this morning, if I can introduce my guests. My producers are telling me two seconds. What you're watching on your screens is Narendra Modi meeting his mother before he went and cast his vote, and that was Amit Shah, of course, with his entire family, the wife, the granddaughter, daughter-in-law, and son Jay. And that was when Narendra Modi was coming out of his car to quickly cast the vote. All right, my reporters on the ground, several guests joining us on the broadcast. We have several high-profile faces joining us this morning also. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, Ami Yagnik, who is a Rajya Sabha MP in the Congress party from Gujarat. GVL Narasimha Rao, also a BJP MP now. And I have the chief seer of the Siddhaganga Mutt joining us this morning, and I'll be coming to all of you in just a bit. Also on the broadcast, I have my colleague from the Sunday Guardian, Joyita Basu, Dr. S.K. Datta with us. Sumit is here. We also have Radhika Kera of the Congress and Raman Malik joining us in just a bit. Let's quickly hop across, if I can, this morning to GVL Narasimha Rao. GVL Narasimha Rao, you know, you are in Parliament now, sir, and you've been an elections apologist. You've been a strategist for the BJP for all these many years, and now serving the party in a very high office. When it comes to fundamental questions, sir, GVL Narasimha Rao, about what needs to happen in this election, what you're counting on, we're halfway through. What is it about? Why do you think it's about national security and not Nyay, as the Congress party says it should be about?
Today is the third phase of polling, and with this, nearly half of our parliamentary constituencies would have gone to polls.
Yeah.
But this is about the overall governance. This is not about one single issue. 5 years of spectacular governance, corruption-free governance by Modi ji's government, during which India experienced heights of development and also experienced a heightened sense of national pride and national security. So this is not an election about empty promises being made by a party like the Congress, which lacks credibility. It has been in power nearly for 6 decades in this country, and it hasn't delivered justice to the people. So people are not going to fall for any sloganeering. This is an election about Prime Minister Modi ji's spectacular record in office as Prime Minister, and a strong sense of urge among people for India to continue on this.
GVL Narasimha Rao, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for just a quick second, sir, because the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, has also cast his vote from Rajkot, and of course mentioning there that he's confident that the BJP will win Gujarat. By how many numbers is, of course, the big question over there, if there's the only question there. They are hoping it's 26 out of 26. Speaking Vijay Rupani this morning, let's quickly listen in.
कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जिस तरीके से रवैया अपनाया और राहुल गांधी ने अपना खुलासा करना पड़ा और बताना पड़ा कि भाई मैंने भूल से बोल दिया था, यानी कि झूठ का सहारा लेते हुए कांग्रेस को कल कड़ा झटका लगा है। और राहुल गांधी जो कांग्रेस के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष है, वो इतना झूठ बोलते हैं, ये बड़ी शर्मजनक बात है।
कि कांग्रेस डबल डिजिट में ही रहेगी इस बार?
मैं नहीं मानता हूँ कांग्रेस को ज्यादा बैठक मिलेगी। और कांग्रेस खत्म हो जाएगी।
There you had Vijay Rupani there, Chief Minister of Gujarat, making the perfunctory exactly what you expect statement. Let me quickly rope in GVL Narasimha Rao once again. Mr. Narasimha Rao, we're going to be discussing Gujarat one by one in different states. I want to quickly hop you across, sir, to the other big battle in Kerala, GVL Narasimha Rao. You know Rahul Gandhi has taken that decision to out. You've been very critical of the Congress's decision to pick this particular Wayanad seat. But don't you think it's going to at least boost the cadres to have the party president in Kerala? That's the one place that delivered for the Congress in 2014 when you guys were delivering elsewhere.
Rather than the decision of Rahul Gandhi to contest from Wayanad constituency in Kerala, yes, which is almost on the verge or on the borders of Kerala, is seen as an admission by Rahul Gandhi that he is not sure about retaining his Amethi seat, which he has not been able to nurture properly. So this is seen more as an attempt to somehow survive this election and make an entry in parliament and not to really enhance the prospects of the Congress party in any region. He chose a particular state and a particular seat where the Congress's traditional rival has been the LDF, and he ran away from a place where the BJP has emerged as a dominant force. So this is this very decision of Rahul Gandhi to contest from Wayanad actually shows his trepidation and fear of not being able to
stay with me. I'm going to rope in Ami Yagnik on the same thing, on the same issue of Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. Let me quickly rope in Joyita. Let's quickly touch upon this before we head back to the discussion in Gujarat. Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad is going to make some difference for the Congress party, certainly. They have not jumped into it blind. They thought this through.
Yes, obviously. You see, I mean, I think it's a very smart strategy, what they did, you see. This time they are saying, I mean, you know, Kerala generally goes for Congress and, I mean, UDF and LDF. This time they are saying LDF is on the back foot. So basically that is what the Congress is trying to, you know,
LDF is on the back foot because, let's face it, left politics in this country is on the back foot. Now, we're seeing a very strange divergence taking place where left politics, where at the student level is becoming perhaps more popular, at least more newsy, but at the national level left politics is off. It's out of the northeast, it's out of Bengal, completely wiped out by Mamata Banerjee, and Kerala also in trouble. So that's a national trend, Joyita, quickly, yes.
No, but 2016, you see, I mean, Kerala, it has been generally, I mean, like it or not, I mean, we agree with it or not, left is very strong in Kerala.
Yeah, I mean, that's
not so much.
But that's where their last
yeah, that is the last bastion. Yeah. So that's the last bastion. Another thing is that, you see, so Congress is kind of trying to exploit that. They are hoping to, you know, influence certain seats in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and it also shows that left is expendable as far as Congress is concerned. Before
I rope in Ami Yagnik of the Congress, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress on the same issue of Rahul Gandhi and Wayanad, let me quickly rope in Dr. S.K. Datta. Dr. S.K. Datta, he's gone there. He's going to help the Congress a little bit. I mean, Kerala did the best for the Congress in 2014 of the 40 odd seats. Most of them came from Kerala.
Yes, definitely, as Joyita has rightly pointed out, that it is between the UDF and the LDF. But I guess in pockets in Kerala, it's going to be triangular this time, especially Thiruvananthapuram, Calicut, and your
Do you think BJP is going to
Yes, definitely, because Thiruvananthapuram BJP has won in the past also, and Calicut and Sabarimala, they have been very close in the past.
Okay.
So it's going to be a triangular.
So realistically, let's pick up
just 5 seconds here, Rishabh. What I understand is like Wayanad is a good choice for Rahul Gandhi ji, but they have their you know, government in Karnataka. Why not Bengaluru or why not Mangaluru? If this logic of south and north,
argument across, you know, then why not here, why not Delhi, why not here, why not there? You can have that logic. But realistically, sir, in Kerala, is this a voter percentage game for the BJP, or is it a seat winning game?
It is going to be quite decisive in these 3 seats which I have mentioned, Thiruvananthapuram, Calicut, and your Sabarimala, and it is going to be a touch and go.
Sumit Peet, why don't you take this on Wayanad, and what he mentioned, Sabarimala politics in the BJP manifesto. They made a big deal about the fact of the Hindu faith versus the gender rights issue over there.
You know, adding on to what Dr. Datta said, Rahul Gandhi moving to Wayanad itself is a submission of, you know, moving away from the mainline politics, because you see, if you see electorally, Rishabh, UP has 80 seats. If you want to make a mark, you have to make a mark in UP. UP will make sure, because Rahul Gandhi is not running for MP, he's running for Prime Ministership of India.
Yes.
So if you have to be the Prime Minister of India, you have to...
No, he's not.
No, but you know, he's a number 2 man in line. So if you have to run for the Prime Ministership of India, you have to strike big in UP. And you know, for him leaving Amethi and going to Wayanad is already a submission which, you know, UP thinks are not going well. I am not in the race.
Okay, that's
now,
exactly, the Congress would have thought this one through. They would have thought this one through, that this is exactly the criticism going to come. That's exactly the criticism that came. Joyita Basu, Smriti Irani quickly went from Amethi to even show up in Wayanad and said, this is why he's come here, because he fears I'm going to beat him. That may or may not happen, but the Congress has thought this one through. But you know, at least they would have applied that thought that this logic has come. They've done it despite that fact.
They wanted a safer seat for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and what you rightly said, Kerala has given them some dividends. LDF is going weak. They may try to capitalize a few more seats from that.
Joyita, I don't know if Amethi which way is going to go. Smriti Irani is going to put up a very tough contest.
Yes.
2 lakh votes was the difference last time.
1 lakh.
But just 1 lakh. Yeah, but that means that she did get 3 lakhs votes, okay, which was a big deal. Rahul Gandhi won, but not by a margin that he would be comfortable with, and this time she's had 5 years to spend and nurture that constituency. So that is a battle, there's no doubt, but the Congress would have thought this through, that as soon as we do Wayanad, this is what people are going to say, so let's do it anyway. Why?
That's because, you see, for the number of seats, they are hoping to win as many seats from Kerala as possible and also influence seats in Karnataka, you know, so that is the reason why, and basically trying to show the South that, listen, we care for you, and there is no one. As we are speaking,
the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, complaining about EVM malfunction issues happening in that state. Let me rope in quickly Amiben Yagnik of the Congress party joining us, Rajya Sabha MP from Gujarat for the Congress. Amiben Yagnik, I'm going to come and discuss with you Gujarat in just a bit. Let's pick up Kerala. Now, we just heard GVL Narasimha Rao saying this is all a waste of time. Several of the panelists say, look, he's running away from Amethi. What do you feel? What's the calculation? Amiben Yagnik, for Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad, what's the thought process? What's the calculation?
Yes, Kerala is voting today, and definitely Shri Rahul Gandhiji's decision to contest from Wayanad, from the south, is a wonderful decision, a decision for the people of South India. And Wayanad being a tri-junctional point, Wayanad was obviously the choice for the Congress party, and Rahul Gandhiji readily acceded to the request of the people of the party, the Congress workers of the party, and decided that yes, the present government has created some kind of a rift between the north and the south, has been a little, I think in their behavior, especially the BJP, has left the south out, and so it was necessary for Rahul Gandhi, because he has a pan-India presence, Congress has a pan-India presence, to contest from South India. Wayanad is definitely a wonderful choice. Rahul Gandhiji was welcomed by throngs and throngs of people, workers of the party, and people all over South India has loved this decision. Definitely, South India has accepted Rahulji as their own, and Rahulji will win with a thumping victory. The culture, the attire, the food, the mannerism, and everything about South India has definitely been ignored by the ruling dispensation.
Okay.
Well, the ruling dispensation has never considered India as a whole, has never thought of unity in diversity. And that is where I think something has gone wrong with the governance model.
I expected criticisms coming your way, and of course you're expecting Rahul Gandhi to win Wayanad. If you weren't expecting him to win Wayanad, why would you send him there? Whether this will have, you mentioned tri-junction area, so that's why Wayanad is on the edge of Kerala, and the logic is, do you influence a voting base? That's the calculation you can have sitting in tables. Whether it actually pans out on the ground, we don't know. But a simple logic is, yes, there is some material value in a person saying, I'm putting my own fate on the line from your particular state. It brings that person closer to the state. You have to show up, file your nomination, show up there, campaign a little bit. So these two things do matter. Okay, Amiben Yagnik, let me, ma'am, take you to your state in Gujarat. What's happening? How are you going to take on the son of the soil? It's an emotional issue. Let's not kid ourselves. Amiben Yagnik.
First of all, to say or to call the Prime Minister son of the soil all the time, I think he now is the Prime Minister of this land, and all of India is the soil of this country, and so anyone coming from India is the child of the soil. So yes, Mr. Modi, I do not know whether he'll be able to give Gujarat, because he is not contesting from Gujarat. If he really meant Gujarat as his state or the place that has given him prominence, he would have, but he has not contested, knowing that Gujarat model has failed. Gujarat has not been performing. You can see all the social indicators, parameters. Gujarat is way behind number 4, number 5. For example, only if you take the primary healthcare centers, Gujarat stands number 1, where no doctor is available in any primary health centers. Many of the primary health centers in the state of Gujarat. This is the state of the healthcare system in Gujarat, and so not contesting from Gujarat and yet thinking of delivering from Gujarat, I think is a kind of
okay, so you're saying, oh, this emotional contest
Gujarat
doesn't work. You know, you can't keep every election and say, vote for me because I'm son of the soil. You have to have a track record. You have to have delivery, this and that. G.V. Narasimha Rao, Ami Vyagyandik think this son of the soil logic doesn't work. This emotion doesn't count. What do you make of it? G.V. Narasimha Rao.
Absolutely. I think the Modi factor is evident all over the country, including in states where BJP had been a very small player. But in his home state of Gujarat, where he had served as chief minister for nearly 12 years, people of Gujarat feel a sense of, certainly a sense of regional pride. I think they are very happy that a son of the soil has not only become the Prime Minister of this country with a massive majority in 2014, but today he has become a pride of India, and he has given a huge fillip to India's image internationally, and therefore people of Gujarat feel a sense of great pride in Prime Minister Modi ji's term as Prime Minister, and they will give a repeat mandate, delivering 26 seats.
I mean, that's what you want. You want at least something, G.V. Narasimha Rao, to take for granted that, yeah, Gujarat will at least give us the 26 before we start worrying about UP and all. I'm going to come back to you in a second, sir. Dr. S.K. Datta wants to comment. Dr. Datta, go ahead.
Well, I was so appalled by the logic given by the Honorable Member of Parliament from Congress.
Why?
Rahul ji, he says, Amethi is my home, I'm son of the soil. That logic clicks. And our Prime Minister saying son of the soil Gujarat, that logic doesn't click, you know. For you, everything clicks, and for the opposition, nothing clicks. What kind of a logic is this?
Okay, all right, okay. If you're saying Amethi is my home, that's fine. Sumit wants to come in. Sumit, go ahead.
Rishabh, the most astonishing fact is that BJP has won Gujarat 4 times in a row. Last time they got 26 seats. You have been always saying that Gujarat is not doing, PM Modi will, from a CM of Gujarat, he has become the PM of India, he has become the tallest leader of India, he has delivered time and on when it comes to electoral politics. So by which logic today you are going to say he's not going to make, Gujarat is not doing well, they will not get 26 seats. If you look at the mathematics, which is the most accurate science, the statistics, the numbers look in their favor. Absolutely. If we go by simple logic.
Okay, simple logic. G.V.R. Shastri joining us on the broadcast also this morning. Joyita, can we, you know, when we have this concept of safe states, safe areas, in India we talk about safe seats, but is there something concept of a safe state?
Well, first of all, you have to understand that it's their reputation at stake. Amit Shah's reputation is at stake over here. I mean, Mr. Modi's reputation is at stake over here. If they cannot sweep 26, seats, it also comes across as a, you know, sends out some kind of a message. It's a wrong message that goes out. So I'm certain basically they are going to go all out and try to sweep these seats. Now, Rishabh, can I make one quick point about Kerala over here? Now, the thing is, you see, I was noticing, is you see, when you're talking about that Sabrimala constituency,
quickly.
It is that, you know, that Pathanamthitta, that is the constituency, Pathanamthitta, it is right on the border of Tamil Nadu. So I wonder for BJP, if BJP is seeing some sort of a vote rise, you know, is over there, if it is going to have some effect in some seats of Tamil Nadu as well.
Some seats of Tamil Nadu as well, if there is, for the Congress, that's what they're hoping, and the BJP, of course, has to figure it out, whether their campaign on Sabrimala, which has become a manifesto issue for them, has made an issue also or not. Let me quickly now just take a larger question, G.V. Narasimha Rao. If my voice is reaching you, sir, There is a lot of conversation now that's suddenly going on as we hit this middle cycle of the election campaign. That look, this is going. We are now doing third front. You have Chandrababu Naidu jumping in. His elections in Andhra Pradesh are over, but he's still traveling around the country talking about third front, third front, third front. Are you prepared to deal with such a scenario if it comes your way?
I think poll pundits have proved wrong repeatedly, and no one knew that BJP was getting a majority of its own in 2014. They underestimated BJP under Prime Minister Modi's leadership in Uttar Pradesh assembly elections as well. So I think this has become now habitual for a number of people to underestimate BJP, either because of their own poor assessment skills or because of a strong anti-BJP bias that they have. This election, we are confident, will deliver a bigger mandate for the BJP than what we had got in 2014. The BJP on its own could well surpass a 300 seats tally in 2019. So we are really not taking
I'm not saying
any
it
of
won't
these
happen. It could happen,
failed
but
poll
it may
pundits
not happen.
seriously.
And of course, we are still in a political cycle. It's not over yet. It is not over. Amib and Yagni, come in on the same thought. I mean, the Congress party has supported such kind of formulation in the past. We remember Sitaram Kesari, the Congress under them. First you had Gujral, you had Gowda. Is the Congress party willing to do the same? Because if the BJP does well or not well, ma'am, that's one thing. But the Congress party, again, the same poll pundits say, look, 100 plus is lucky for you. So are you willing to be the Sitaram Kesari or return to the Sitaram Kesari years, ma'am?
When we see polls and opinion polls, and well, poll pundits do predict all kinds of results for the election result day.
Yes.
But to talk about a non-NDA or a non-BJ, a non-Congress or non-UPA government, well, I think it is going too far. But well, that has been the talk, and I, as on behalf of the Congress party, would not just jump to these conclusions or accept them. The scene on the ground is that the governance model of Mr. Modi has failed. All the promises, I say all the promises, not a single promise has been fulfilled by the Honorable Prime Minister when he shouted from the rooftops in 2014 that he is here to give 2 crore jobs to unemployed youth. He is going to see that women are provided safety and security. There is going to be a good time for farmers, and nothing of this, not to talk about 15 lakh rupees in every citizen's account. I think all these promises, and well, in the end, somewhere on the journey of these 4.5 years, the BJP...
the 15 lakh issue, ma'am. Just stay with me, ma'am. Several people want to jump in on this 15 lakh thing. I can see Dr. Datta wants to come in, Raman Malik wants to come in, Raman Malik of the BJP also. Raman, go ahead, quickly.
See, I need to understand that they've been talking about this for the last 5 years. All the claims that they are trying to make, all the accusations that they're trying to say, can they please give us some evidentiary proof, or not give us, give the nation
proof? What do you want? Proof that was promised, or proof that it wasn't delivered?
No, first of all, whether it was promised. Second, we have given our figures that we have delivered beyond that, whatever we had promised. And if they can counter it with actual thing rather than Rahul rhetoric.
Rahul rhetoric. I haven't heard Divya Shastri a soundbite of Narendra Modi saying 15 lakh rupees. He was quoted as saying that. Whether is it relevant, whether he said it, didn't say it, does it make a difference to you?
Yeah, see, this is the vote. You are coming towards the people of the nation, you are addressing the people of the nation in such a way. You exhibited that the entire Congress government into 29 lakh crore scams. You expressed that there is a massive black money in the outside India, inside India. And today where we are, and you are talking about 15 lakh, show the evidence.
Where is the black money? Show us the black money. Show us the black money is the argument.
Your
I'm going to put that.
And your boss's desperation shows very clearly the 15 lakh have gone out of your pocket.
Show us the black money argument.
You are You are so
Okay, but the reality
desperate
also, Raman Malik, is we
that-
haven't seen how much quantities of the black money that SIT, what it did. It was formed on the second day of the government. We don't know what happened to it. What happened to the SIT, Raman Malik?
The first fact is,
Jivesh Shastri, hang on. Let me do the counter questioning.
the asset value increasing because of the liquidity that they increased because of black marketing is gone.
But Raman Malik,
And the
a black
asset
money
value has
SIT was set. Where
reduced.
is the report of the SIT in 5 years? How much money did they make? We don't know. Hang on.
Asset value, you see, what they had created was a bubble out of liquidity. Now the asset value has reduced, which has given the ability to the common citizen to buy into asset without
so the bubble
having
that
an
has been created
inflation of
has
10%
been gone
plus.
when it comes to property values and all that. I don't know, but there is a relevant criticism when it comes to the black money SIT, when it comes to Jivesh Shastri. Hang on a second, sir. Lots of us this morning. Hang on a second, sir.
I'm sorry. It is the strongest term.
Jivesh Shastri, I'm raising the question,
Jivesh
sir.
Shastri?
Let me
Early morning
raise
you're
the points and
angry.
questions.
Take a deep breath, have a glass of water, don't get so angry.
Leaders are fake. You think that citizens are
Okay,
fake.
okay,
Baba,
okay, just hang a
nobody
second.
can
Dr. Shastri, hang
understand you.
on. Dr. Shastri, hang on a second. Hang on a
Have a
second.
glass of water.
Okay, hang on a
Take
second.
a
Let,
deep
okay, let me
breath.
rope in Sumit, then I'm going to Dr. Sumit, go
You
ahead.
must take that.
When we talk
After
about the
23rd May,
SIT,
you are
it was reported in media, Rishabh, around 15,000 to 21,000 crores has been recovered. There were various schemes in it, people declared the money.
Yeah.
Right, then you look at a classical case of Vijay Mallya. Prime Minister on record went and said that he owed to banks 9,000 crores, and what we have confiscated is 14,000 crores. How many properties has ET attached under the Benami Act and all
Jivesh
that?
Shastri, hang
So
a second,
all
sir,
this
it's become a
money,
monologue,
all
sir.
this
And I
money
don't like to
has
put
come
fingers down,
into
you know that.
all this
Let's move one at a
money,
time.
has come into the system, and what Modi ji rightly said, don't forget one classical line. He said, पैसा वापस तो आया लेकिन नाम पता लेके आया. Rishabh, what is black money? Black money is unaccounted money and cash. The moment it gets accounted, it doesn't remain black.
Okay, I think
Money doesn't change
let's-
color.
It's virtual.
Hang on,
It's not in notes.
Dr. Datta, come on. I mean, let's face it, at least on black money terms, and it's a very difficult exercise. The US struggles with countries like Liechtenstein and Switzerland revealing records.
can I come in,
We've
please?
signed a lot of agreements, a lot of good things have happened. But the sheer scale of that hasn't happened to the mission level that we wanted it to.
Yes, absolutely, Rishabh. I was just coming to that only. First and foremost, almost around 3.5 lakh crore of the NPA has come back.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you just for a second. This quick note, what you're watching is Amit Shah, of course, casting his vote. This is in Gandhinagar, and that's quickly. Quickly, sir, finish your point. Yeah.
Well, around 3.5 lakh crore of NPA has come back. That itself was money which was not accounted for, So that is a part of black money. Now, let me come to the significant point about this 15 lakh, which the opposition keeps on talking about. First and foremost, we have signed an agreement with Switzerland. Switzerland is going to disclose all the black money accounts by the end of November this year. That's one thing. Second thing is like when the Honorable Prime Minister during the campaigning in 2014, when he had mentioned about black money and 15 lakh, what he had said is like the money which is stashed in Cayman Islands, in Switzerland and in other places, the black money, the unaccounted money, if all of that comes back to India, then every individual would be having around 15
Okay, hang a
lakh.
second. GVR ji, hang on. GVR, hang on. Let me quickly open Radhika Kera of the Congress.
Saying that I am giving you 15 lakh.
15 lakhs transferred to bank.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's address
absolutely.
this. Let's get in a word from Radhika, then I want to come back and discuss the states on the other side of the break. Radhika Kera.
See, I've been listening to the BJP panelists and the supporters when they're talking about what Modi ji has delivered. Let me tell them what Modi ji has delivered. He promised 2 crore jobs a year. But what did he deliver in the end? This was the highest rate of unemployment in 45 years that the country has seen. He talked about Note Bandi. He talked about Note Bandi. Very good, you took that step. Unplanned way, people had to stand in lines, people died. But what was the end result? 99.3% of the money came back. So where was the black money? Then we come on women's security. We have seen how they have failed. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao has changed into Beti Ko Bhajpa Se Bachao. Then come to farmer distress. After 2016, so many farmers have committed suicide up till 2016.
Radhika, I don't want to go through a checklist because the bottom line is everything in India is not fixed. Of course, we have issues and very serious issues and major issues, and we will have for many, many years. But we have to discuss something on fundamentals. Raman Malik, is it simply fair to argue that theoretically X would have happened because the promise was different? Now, you might say that that emphatic promise of 15 lakh rupees never was on record, is alluded to, and that in the end is irrelevant. The bottom line is when it comes to real numbers, in black money. And if you're talking about 30, 40, 50 lakh crores of black money, as was bandied about these figures, nothing like that has happened. We haven't got the money back.
Rishabh, first of all, understand where the black money was and how it was stashed. Real estate, gold, other assets, promissory notes.
See, come on,
This is where the black money was in India.
Come on, Malik.
What happened? The properties which were valued for, let's say, 200 crores suddenly became 100 or below. What is that? That's the, the black money getting off, flying.
Or going away for a bit.
Going away.
I don't know, going away for a bit. Look, there has been a digital increase in the economy. That is without doubt. That's a
See, the entire money, Rishabh, please understand what happens is, now some of them were holding currency notes in their houses. That was forced to come out because when it comes back into circulation, it has to be with an address and then it comes into the economy booms.
It becomes a
but you can turn white money into black money also just as easily, right?
But then
you can withdraw money and then not pay tax on that. Okay, you can argue it's become more difficult. I know this is a very complicated argument because it's not a simple one. To say that black money has been purged from the system is wrong. To say that it's a complete disaster is also wrong.
You cannot buy gold. You cannot buy gold without bills. You cannot now buy...
It's become more difficult, yes. To say that it can't happen is wrong. To become more difficult, okay. GVR Shastri, quickly, sir. Then I need to take a break. Okay, it's become more difficult, yes. That doesn't happen is also not correct. GVR Shastri, quickly.
See, Rishabh, I must tell you, these people have promised to Bhagavan Lord Ram a temple. They said, today we promised. Have I promised us to the law? That is over.
Sir, don't
Okay.
worry, we will take you along.
15 lakhs.
Mr. Shastri, I will take you personally along.
That is over.
When the Bhavya Ram
Now
Mandir is
comes to
constructed, on that day
Okay,
we
okay.
will go
Let him
along.
finish his point. I need to take a break.
Ram, Robert,
We will go along.
Point is, the
Will you
Pakistan,
take along the
they are
Nakli
dealing-
Janeudhari?
They are last 5 years.
Okay, let's not go there. Okay, let's not make it about this. Come on, let's not make it personal like this. Okay, I need to take a quick break. On the other side, Karnataka. Back in a minute. All right, let's quickly hop across and take a look at what's happening across the country as the third phase is well and truly underway. Some voting turnout numbers are out with my colleague Devika. Devika, get us up to date quickly.
Absolutely, Rishabh. We do have the numbers out now for till 9 a.m. the voter turnout. Bihar has recorded 12.64% voter turnout in the state of Bihar. Let's move on now to the next state that we're looking at. We're looking at the state of Goa. Till 9 a.m. recorded 6.96% was the voter turnout for Goa. Those two seats that we're looking at today. Let's move on now to Assam. Till 9 a.m. recorded 12.36% voter turnout in Assam. Let's now move on to the next state that we have. The voter turnout for Gujarat we're looking at till 9 a.m. was 5.8%. We'll of course rectify that. That's the figures for Gujarat is 5.18%. Let's move on now to the state of Maharashtra. Recorded till 9 a.m. today, 2.76% voter turnout in the state of Maharashtra. Let's now move on. Of course, that was the last state, and of course we'll bring you
Let me
more.
quickly hit the ground in Karnataka where my colleague Lokeshwar is standing by. Lokeshwar, you are in Kalaburgi. It's a very high-profile contest there where the Congress's leader of the opposition, technical leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge is facing an energetic Congress rebel turned BJP contender. What are the people on the ground saying in Kalaburgi?
Yes, I am standing in front of this Mallikarjun Kharge's home only. There is a small polling booth. You can see behind this polling booth, there is a small house that is Mallikarjun Kharge's house, and his father worked as a daily wage laborer and used to stay here. He has a big house somewhere in this Kalaburgi area, but still his vote is here. There are so many people gathering here. Let us ask some questions. How the voting went on. In the last polling booth, we saw that the people wanted to vote for national security, anti-terrorism, and this kind of talks they talked about. But this is the area of Mallikarjun Kharge. Let's talk what they say. Sir, you have come a big number to vote. What are the main issues driving you?
Sir, the main important thing is the social justice. Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, since from their beginning politics, they are always with the poor people and social justice. Even though they are from labor family,
No, there are some burning issues like national security.
Yes.
Blasts happened in Sri Lanka and many people died. Kannadigas died. Doesn't it matter for you or national security or PM candidate and other things?
Definitely. Even though in the country, because of this security purpose, so many steps are going to take place. And in that, Congress also very much leading, and our leaders are participating all the countrymen's safety. The safety is the first priority for this Congress. And
you tell me, sir,
obviously you're there with the supporters of Mallikarjun Kharge, so they'll be talking about the things that the Congress is standing for, and that of course is social social justice, nyay. That's the premise of their entire argument. So that Congress worker there is very sticking to point, but also saying we are actually equally good in national security. Why? Who's saying we won't do as well? Let's listen to a few more voices from on the ground on what the issues are before I come back and get you a very interesting conversation, because we're being joined by the Siddhalingam Mahaswami, who is the chief seer of the Siddhaganga Mutt, in just a minute. Let me quickly listen to a few more voices on the ground, then let's rope in the Swami.
See, there are issues concerned to national security and there are issues concerned to infrastructure development. The present existing government in Karnataka, which is a coalition government, which is not up to the mark, is not doing satisfactorily.
Mainly because of the unstable government of the previous government of Karnataka. It's unstable. So we want a more stable government.
Then you had more voices from the ground. They're talking about, this is what happens when there are...
The proof by the opposition party, it is well said.
The Modi government has done airstrike, and even they want to vanish the terrorism. So we are influenced.
Where you are going to have such kind of issues, where the bomb blasting or whatever it is, maybe the bomb or the caste which is going to make the country to get underdeveloped should not get any vote.
You were listening into their voices on the ground. People voting in Kalburgi. As I mentioned, Mallikarjun Kharge is up against a former rebel of the Congress party, who's now got a BJP ticket to take him on. Let me quickly rope in a very important voice and an interesting voice this morning as a special treat. I have with us on the broadcast Siddhalingam Mahaswami, who is the chief seer of the Siddhaganga Mutt. It's a Lingayat Mutt for people outside Karnataka who are not aware of that. Let me rope you in, sir. What's the message in terms of polling, going up to vote? We've seen some difficult and troubling numbers coming out of Bengaluru, where not enough people have come out and vote. A lot more should have. It would have been great if they had. What's the message that you see that's going out in poll season, sir?
As a citizen of India, everyone must vote. It is the constitution given us the right and also duty. You must realize that, and each and everyone who is eligible to vote, you must come out and vote for the success.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir.